In this video, we're going to be covering key things that you need to know about the 5-2 intermittent fasting method, including what the 5-2 diet is, its pros and cons, including potential health benefits it offers, and who it might not be appropriate for. So first of all, what is 5-2 intermittent fasting? So 5-2 intermittent fasting is quite simple. This approach involves eating normally for 5 days of the week and then significantly reducing your calorie intake for the other 2 non-consecutive fasting days. During these 2 fasting days, you consume about 25% of your usual caloric intake. Now, this strategy encourages your body to tap into its fat stores for energy, potentially leading to weight loss as well as other health benefits. So now you know what the 5-2 diet is, let's break down how to implement it step by step. So step 1 is choosing your fasting days. This is to pick 2 non-consecutive days in a week to be your fasting days. Now, this flexibility allows you to adjust your fasting schedule based on your own routine. For example, you could choose your fasting days to be a Monday and then a Thursday, meaning that on these days you would fast, but on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday you'd eat normally. And remember, fasting means 25% of your normal caloric intake. The next step is to plan your meals. Think about the types of food that you'll consume, and this will hopefully help you maximize the benefits of fasting. Now, I've made another video on 10 important food and drink groups to incorporate into your diet, which you can find elsewhere on this channel. But in general, you need to think about minimally or low processed foods to support your body's nutritional needs. So green vegetables like spinach, kale and broccoli, lean proteins like grilled chicken and fish like cod, and healthy fats like olive oil and avocados. Now, step 3 is thinking about your caloric intake. So for example, if you typically consume 2,000 calories, aim for about 500 calories, so 25% of your normal on your fasting days. If initially you think that 2 fasting days is going to be too difficult, start with 1. Obviously, the potential benefits won't be as great as having 2 fasting days, but the key to fasting is staying motivated and consistent. If you don't maintain the diet in the first 2 weeks, then this kind of defeats the purpose of dieting, so do be kind to yourself. Step 4 is to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water to stay hydrated throughout the fasting period. Finally, it's important to be mindful. Listen to your body and stop eating when you're satisfied, even if you've not reached your calorie limit for that day. So if you're eating, say for example, 2,000 calories, don't think that you need to consume the full 2,000 calorie limit on eating days if you're already full. Now, hopefully that section of the video gave you a good idea of how to get started. So now let's move on to briefly look at some of the potential pros and cons of 5-2 intermittent fasting. So the first potential benefit of 5-2 intermittent fasting is weight loss. 5-2 intermittent fasting can help promote weight loss by creating a calorie deficit. Because you're eating fewer calories on 2 days of the week, the body is less likely to use things like glucose as its fuel source and more likely to turn to burning your body's fat reserves. Also, a very simple way of looking at things is the fewer calories consumed during the week, the more likely you are to potentially lose weight. The next benefit is that it's relatively easy to follow compared to some other fasting methods. Now, while some people also mention that intermittent fasting could potentially help with improving glucose sensitivity as well as diabetes control, this needs further research and more studies to be done. In terms of some of the potential downsides, some people may struggle with hunger and craving on fasting days, but strategies like drinking plenty of water to help you feel more full can help with this. It's also essential to ensure that you're getting proper nutrients on fasting days due to the restricted calorie intake. So whilst it might be tempting to eat nutrient-poor foods, try stick to nutrient-rich foods even on the fasting days. The other big challenge is that fasting days may conflict with social events or family meals, but if you know you've got a big social occasion coming up, it's okay to take a break once in a while or plan the diet around this. It's also worth pointing out that fasting effects can vary widely from person to person. So if the 5-2 fasting diet doesn't seem to be working for you, despite giving it your best go, that's fine. There are many other diets out there that could help you, and I've discussed some of these like the 16-8 method elsewhere on this channel. So finally, who should avoid the 5-2 intermittent fasting method? So whilst the 5-2 intermittent fasting method offers a range of potential benefits, it's not suitable for everyone. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, fasting can compromise the nutritional needs of both the mother and the baby, so you shouldn't fast if this applies to you. Fasting can also interfere with proper growth and development of children, so this isn't suitable for children or adolescents. And finally, if you've got diabetes, heart conditions or other health issues, consult a health professional before attempting this fasting method. So in conclusion, it's important to remember that fasting is a personal journey, and what works for one person might not work for another. Before making any changes to your diet, it's always wise to consult with your health provider if you've got any uncertainties, concerns, or questions. And if you want to share your own experiences to help others, please do so in the comments section. For more videos on intermittent fasting, please take a look at the rest of the channel, and thanks for watching.